Your Honor, today I present myself in court to defend myself against the false allegations of attempted aggravated assault and aggravated battery. Your Honor, on June 30th, 2021 at 7:32 p.m., I attended the protest titled Stop the Kanye Slander in Los Angeles, California. During this protest, events unfolded that I am embarrassed to talk about at this present moment, but I am willing to do so to prove my innocence. To explain myself, I would like to take this from the top. I want to explain why I was there, who I was there with, and lay it all out for you guys. Thank you. Your Honor, prior to these events unfolding, my friends and I were out in Los Angeles enjoying our day. We drove down Hollywood Boulevard and we saw a street vendor holding Kanye West picket signs with his face plastered on them. Immediately, we knew we had to buy them. Immediately, we knew we had to attend the protest to defend our boy from all the slander that he's been receiving. As most of America knows, Kanye has gone through a divorce, and it's been a pretty bad one. So he's been receiving a lot of hate, and, as a huge Kanye fan, and as well as my buddies, we knew we had to step in and defend him. My friend, who shall not be named in this court of law, decided it would be a great idea to drive us all down to the venue and protest. Your Honor, when we arrived to the venue, we realized there are many counter-protesters there present that are actively trying to shut down the freedom of speech and stopping the freedom of assembly. Things took a turn when a Kanye hater began insulting protesters and hurled his drink directly at my friends and I. The contents of the drink drenched us. This is when the protesters realized we couldn't let this man get away with assault. Obviously, we walked over to the man and tried to understand where he was coming from. Nothing illegal. We just tried to talk to the man. At this point, Chad, the man who drenched us with his drink, began insulting everyone and started trying to intimidate us. Obviously, a bunch of riled up protesters are not going to take kindly to these types of words. At this point, Chad began throwing punches at me. He started trying to kick me, and this is when I had to defend myself physically and put the 1-2 Mayweather on him. I did clip him, I did drop him, but this was all in self-defense. Keep in mind, Your Honor, I am not here to defend anyone else other than myself. I was not part of the stomping he took. I was not part of the damages that he received after I dropped him. I am just here to defend myself. At this point, a brawl ensued and people were hurt. I immediately withdrew myself from the situation and took a step back and let things play out. I knew police would be involved, so I began to take out my phone, and at this point I started recording what unfolded. Looking back at this, I should have probably pulled out my phone before I defended myself just for these legal reasons, but hindsight is 20/20. The main thing I have learned from the situation was just to record beforehand. It's so important to have evidence to defend yourself to avoid situations like this. I want the jury to know that this senseless beating was not caused by me. It was actually all these protesters that were riled up. And these protesters were riled up for a reason. People like him were instigating and causing issues. After these facts were stated, I want the jury to know, and Your Honor, I want you to know as well, that I believe I should be found innocent. I was physically harmed and assaulted before all this took place. Lastly, what I would like out of this is an apology, but not an apology to me. I would like Chad to apologize for slandering Kanye. Well, with all the facts being present, I just want to thank you, Your Honor, and the jury for listening so attentively and hearing me out. Thank you guys, and I hope you guys make your decision accordingly.